have I felt this exhausted. Everything hurts. I've just competed in a dirty race. My search for Quirky Customs has brought me to Gawthorpe in Yorkshire. Once a year, this little English town plays host to a championship. In fact, it's a world championship that's connected to this region's historical ties with the coal industry. All the locals have come out to watch.
This is not your average fun run. I'm at the World Coal Carrying Championships, a race that involves carrying 50 kilos of coal on your back. And today I'll be competing, but first, let's find out more about the tradition.
The rules are simple. There are several heats with 30 runners each. The bags of coal are carried on a track that is little over a kilometre long. The fastest time wins. There are veterans, men's and women's races. The women carry 20 kilos instead of 50. Plenty, if you ask me. It all began in 1963. Organiser Duncan Smith knows all about the race's origins.
Can you tell me about this tradition and how did it all begin?
Well, it all started as a bit of banter in a pub, local pub, between three people, as often happens, between mates after a day's work. And there were two of them at the bar, and the third one came in, and one was a coal miner, one was a farmer, and the other a coal merchant. And they said to him, "Goodness me, you look tired." And he said, the language was a bit more colourful than that. And he said, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'm as fit as you are." So the coal merchant said, "Well, I'll tell you what, get a bag of coal on your back and I'll race you from the Royal Oak to the Maypole Green." There was born the World Coal Carrying Championships.
Well, it all started as a drunken bet, but I'm going to be running the race sober, but to register, I'll have to go into the pub.
At 10 o'clock, the pub is already teeming with punters and eager competitors. They've all trained hard for this day. I, on the other hand, haven't. So it's time to figure out what awaits me.
Is it quite dangerous?
It just depends whether you lose your balance or not. It's just a matter of getting that bag of coal on your shoulder in equilibrium.
And what do you reckon? Will I be able to challenge for the title?
With your physique, I should think that you'll qualify, really.
Yeah.
If you get it first 10, you've achieved something, really.
Okay, well that's my goal then.
Encouraging words aren't enough, so I've sought out John Hunter, nicknamed The Machine. He's won this race a record 8 times and knows what it takes.
So have you got any tips as champion? Have you got any tips for me?
Train regular. Just enjoy your training. If you don't enjoy your training, I enjoy my training. I'm out every day. I love it. And that's why I've been doing it for so long.
Fantastic.
Something tells me I'm not quite prepared. John the Machine has been competing for 30 years and gives me a last-minute crash course in coal carrying.
This is going to be heavy, so if you turn round, here we go. You got it. Arms up. That's it. There we go. That's it. Get it. That's it. That's it. Get it up. Get your arm. That's nice and high.
Yeah.
Grab on for the corners. And when you run, try not to stand up because it'll slip down. You've got to, and then you go for it.
Is it better to walk or jog?
No, run, jog.
If a jog
yeah,
on.
get your legs moving.
We got down to about 4 minutes.
Oh, this is quite a lot.
It's tough.
This is the 50 though. This isn't
50
the...
kilogram. This is a proper bag. This is for the men. 1,000 metres uphill.
Much more interesting.
You're going to do it, and you're going to do well because I'm running up with you. All right.
There's no more time for practice. My heat is ready to race. Right before the start, everyone grabs a bag of coal and lines up. The bag is already weighing me down, but now it's go time.
I think I'm going to regret this. Wish me luck.
A solid prediction. Immediately, one of my rivals races off ahead of the field. Meanwhile, I'm fighting to stay with the middle of the pack, a kilometer that feels like it'll never end. Did I mention it was uphill? Finally, I can see an end in sight. Time to dig deep for one last push. I'm not in the top 10, but I'm just glad I didn't finish last. That's the best I could manage.
Always with a smile. Always going.
Well, that was a lot harder than I thought.
Well done, Max. Brilliant effort. You did it. Finished it. Was it tough?
Yes, tougher than I thought.
Number 44, Liam Walmsley.
The podium is way out of my reach, but to be honest, it would have been a struggle to make it up those stairs anyway. My coach, John the Machine, gets an honorary award. It's his last ever race. A legend of the World Coal Carrying Championships retires.
Didn't quite win it, 21st, but I will say it's a bit of a pain in the back.
This tradition has taken its toll on all of us. And yet, most of my rivals will be competing again next year. One thing's for sure. I'm quite happy to let others in Gawthorpe carry on this tradition.